If you love fried pork wontons but have never tried to make them at home, stay tuned because today I'm going to show you my simple method for making these amazing fried pork wontons along with a chili crunch soy dipping sauce. My name's Nancy. Welcome back to Nancy's Homestyle Kitchen, where I share how to cook real food with simple ingredients and no pressure to be perfect. Let's go over all the ingredients you're gonna need for the wontons. You're gonna need a 14-ounce package of wonton wrappers, 3 green onions, 1 pound of ground pork, 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of fresh garlic, a tablespoon of fresh ginger, toasted sesame seeds, 1/4 cup, 2 tablespoons of Hoisin Sauce, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, half a teaspoon each of salt and pepper, and 1 can of sliced water chestnuts. I got everything prepped, so the first thing we need to do is assemble the filling. So we're gonna take the 1 pound of ground pork, add it to a bigger bowl. To that, we're gonna add 1/4 cup of toasted sesame seeds. So to toast these, as you can see behind me, I have my pot with the oil. Before I put the oil in the pot, I just turn that on high, threw in the 1/4 cup of sesame seeds, and they toasted within like 2 minutes. Super quick. They'll start popping and bouncing around, and at that point, you're gonna think they're not done, but turn the heat off and dump them out because they turn brown like that. Go ahead and add in the salt and pepper. And I'll do this part in a second. So I went ahead and chopped up the green onion and the water chestnuts. Now I'm just eyeballing it. Let's see how close I am with 3 green onions to a half a cup. So there's a 1/4 cup. Hey, look at that. If it was short or I'm over a little bit, I'm still adding it. Again, no pressure to be perfect. And I kind of feel like this is a little more water chestnuts than I want. So I'm gonna add about 2/3 of it, because a little water chestnut is good. So let's stir that around. And toasting the sesame seeds, I think, is key. Just with any nuts, when you toast them, nuts or seeds, it really brings out the oils and the flavors, and it just kind of rounds out the flavor. And I think it goes really well with the toasted sesame oil. So for the garlic, let's go ahead and clean my knife off. I'm just gonna put these 2 cloves of garlic through my garlic press. I'm just gonna cut off the ends. If you like more garlic, you can add more. So there is our garlic, and we want to make sure we get that spread around pretty well and not stuck in one lump, because if not, someone's going to get a whole mouthful of garlic. So let's talk about fresh ginger. You can buy the knobs of fresh ginger at the store. I use them all the time. But I wanted to share with you these little frozen packs of ginger. They're just 1 little teaspoon cubes. And they have this for ginger, they have it for garlic. I love them because I just throw them in the freezer, and then I can get exactly how much I need. So 3 of those teaspoons is a tablespoon of ginger. Did I say garlic? It's ginger. Okay. Then let's talk about the sauce. So I have 1 egg, and to that, I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon. I had to slow down, that would have went way over. 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons. This is hoisin sauce. I don't think this is a traditional ingredient in wontons. This is just my ingredient. So I have that. And we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. So this is toasted sesame oil. You wanna be sure you're using the toasted kind because it just adds so much flavor. Okay, so I'm gonna whisk those together because I really want this sauce or the wet mixture to be really well incorporated before I add it into all the other ingredients, so that way it can incorporate throughout the pork mixture really well. Oh gosh, I wish you could smell it. You could smell the toasted sesame oil. It smells really good. Okay, so we'll pour that in. And then I'm gonna use my favorite little silicone spatula and get all of the juice out. And just give it a mix. The egg, hoisin, and sesame oil mixture really helps the pork kind of soften a little bit more and makes it easier to incorporate all the rest of the ingredients. So as you're stirring, go ahead and kind of mash it a little bit and make sure that you're not seeing any pork that doesn't have the other ingredients included in it. Because we're adding such a small amount of pork to the wonton wrapper, you want to be sure that you're getting the pork with all the delicious other ingredients added to it. All right, here is our completed pork mixture. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up real quick and then come back and I'll show you how to stuff and fold the wontons. Before you start the assembly process, fan out your wonton wrappers, and while your fingers are dry, go ahead and separate them. It seems like they kind of somewhat stick 2 at a time, but it's much easier to fan them out and separate them. It's much easier to fan them out and separate them when your fingers are dry. Take your first wonton wrapper and set it on your work surface. I'm just going to use a cutting board, and you want to put it with the points facing up. You're going to need a teaspoon or so of the filling and just put it in a little mound right in the middle, and then have a bowl of water, and you want to wet your finger and run it along the top 2 sides of the wonton wrapper. Then you're going to take the point that's closest to you, the bottom one, fold it over, and don't just start pressing the sides from here. What I want you to do is think of, you're going to try to work any air bubbles out. So get close to the filling and start pinching there, and then work your way out. That water that's on there is going to help this stick together. And go ahead, pick it up in your hands, get another little bit of water, put it on the point, and then hopefully you can see this. You're going to take it and you want to kind of bring it together. Put the dry point over the wet point. I'm going to flip it around. And then all you're going to do is take that and pinch. And you have a cute little wonton. Let me show you again. Make sure you don't have 2. Get 1 wrapper, a teaspoon of the filling, wet your finger, pull the bottom point up, match it to the top, start from the inside, kind of work those air pockets out, push out, and just pinch the edge. Put a little water on one of the tips. Let me see if I can actually do it like this for you. Then take the dry over the wet, fold it, and pinch it. Just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and assemble all these, and then we'll head over to the stove and fry them up. I've assembled all the wontons, but before we go any further, I want to address the leftover pork mixture. Don't despair, this is still amazing. What I like to do is I just put it in a pan, fry it up, and serve it either over some rice or some sauteed cabbage, and it makes a perfect little snack. So I'm going to set that to the side and I will cook that later. But I want to show you, I have some damp paper towels that I covered the prepared wontons with, so that way they don't dry out. And here you see we have about 4 dozen wontons. This little tray here with the parchment paper, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put half of these wontons on this tray, and I'm going to flash freeze these, which means I'm just putting them in a single layer on the sheet, pop them in my freezer for a good 3 to 4 hours, and then I'm going to put them into a freezer bag, and I have these in the freezer ready to go and be fried at a later time. So I'm gonna get these in the freezer, and next time I will see you over at the stove and we will get them fried up. My oil is heated to 375 degrees. So now we can start frying. And I like to do about 4 or 5 at a time. I am using vegetable oil today. I normally cook with avocado oil and olive oil. However, I think avocado oil is on the pricey side, and so when I'm frying stuff like this, I do it every so often, so I don't mind just using vegetable oil. And just so you know, I'm on like a medium heat. You don't want it too hot because you don't want them to cook too fast. You might have to coax them around a little bit. And you just want to get them nice and golden brown. And that little teaspoon of pork does cook in here, so I don't worry about that either. And then over here on this side, I have just a rack. There's a little, it's a sheet pan with a rack, and I put some paper towel underneath the rack to catch the oil. And you can see these take just a few minutes to cook. And I think these look like they're coming apart just a tiny bit. I mean, they're not exploding, but that is because I took my damp paper towel off of them too soon. So you want to keep that dough of the wonton wrapper nice and moist so it holds its shape, but it's still going to be fine. When I was in my early 20s, I lived with some friends. They were actually kind of like my other parents, and we had this Chinese restaurant in the town, neighboring town to where we lived, and they had the best wontons. And so Linda, the lady I lived with, she was kind of like, hey, I'll buy if you fly. So of course I agreed to drive and go pick up our to-go order, and I would always eat 2 or 3 wontons on the way home. And ever since then, that's when, shortly after, maybe in my mid-20s, is when I developed this recipe because I loved these wontons that much. So Linda, if you're watching, this is inspired by our love for those wontons from that little Chinese place. I don't even remember the name of it, but I think you should totally try this and then let me know what you think. Now I'm going to show you. I think these wontons are a little dark, that means my oil is a little too hot. So I'm actually I've turned it way down. So I'm almost to low because I want them to have a nice golden brown. I don't really want them that dark. But we're going along for the ride and you're seeing what's working and what's not working. So hopefully when you make them, some of these tips that I'm giving you will help you be successful when you're frying them. But like these right here, I think these are more what I'm looking for. Just a little lighter. And here we have our wonderful fried pork wontons. Now, as you can see, they fry it beautifully. They look like just a little pocket of goodness with all that flavorful ground pork in there. So let's go ahead and give them a try. These are excellent. The pork is so tender. You get a little bit of crunchiness from the water chestnuts in there, which I really enjoy. And you can taste a hint of the toasted sesame. It's just wonderful. So let's dip. I'm not going to be sharing with anybody else because I would never do this with company. But with you guys, we're good. Let's try this chili crunch soy dipping sauce. Now it's spicy. I know chili crunch has become really popular over about the past couple of years. There's multiple varieties available at Walmart, your local grocery store, and you can customize it depending on how spicy you want it. So I put 2 teaspoons of chili crunch in here. For me, that's just the right amount of heat paired with the pork and the wonton wrapper. If you want a little less, just add a teaspoon. And maybe it would be better for you just to add a teaspoon, give it a stir, let it rest for a little bit, and then try. And then if you want it more spicy, go ahead and add another teaspoon. But this is a really great appetizer. I love the fact that I can just lay them out, make a bunch of them, freeze them, and have them on hand for those busy weeknights. And I can just pair this with a simple stir fry, or like I have that leftover pork, I'm gonna go ahead and saute that up with some cabbage, and it's just gonna be a great dinner. So as always, I really appreciate you joining me here on my channel. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, consider subscribing, and I'll be back next week with another recipe from my kitchen.